the Trace Music Awards coming to Zanzibar. It's official. Mark the dates, get your outfits ready, look dapper, start working out. 25th to the 26th, to the 27th. Yes, it will be in Zanzibar. So, my panelists are here. We'll start discussing about this and what that means to everyone in us. I'd like to start with the minister. My question is simple, but it holds huge weight. Why Zanzibar?
Oh, thank you so much. But before I begin to answer the question, let me take this opportunity to thank everyone that has come out today to this important event, and also to extend our sincere gratitude to Olivier and the entire team from Trace for making this all-important decision to host the Trace Music Awards here in Zanzibar. They couldn't have chosen a better destination, and we also commend them for staying persistent and consistent. We had a few hurdles in between, but we're finally here and we are so grateful. So thank you, Olivier, for continuing to believe in the brand, continuing to believe in our government, and continuing to believe in Zanzibar in general to bring this very important product. Why Zanzibar? Well, Zanzibar is right now on the up when it comes to destination travel, when it comes to festivals, when it comes to all major events that you know about. Every entity, every individual would actually like to be here on the island. And the uniqueness of the island in itself is something that has provided that incentive for such an event as Trace Music Award to be able to be hosted here. And just for information to the general public, Zanzibar just recently was recognized as the top destination for festivals. So this just highlights the direction that we have been taking for the last 4 years in terms of really opening things up from the entertainment front. And if you look at the way things have been going for the last 4 years, you see a lot of investor confidence, so many investors that have been able to come out and invest in Zanzibar. 19% increase in the number of tourists that are coming out Zanzibar. A lot of conferences and events that have been hosted here in Zanzibar, as well as huge celebrity outings from to musicians, politicians. So the destination and the brand value in itself really does provide a lot of synergies for something like Trace to be able to come out and host the event. And like I said, they could not have chosen a better time and a better destination than Zanzibar to come in and host this event. So for Olivier and the team, we cannot stress enough how grateful we are for this. I understand the power of Trace Music Awards. I understand what value it brings. And our main expectation is to see the social economic impact and how that will affect tourism in general, but also our communities as well. When you have a big forum like this, it's definitely bound to have a huge social economic impact, and we look forward to working with Olivier and the entire team to see that we can materialize that, and of course for it to be a game changer in terms of tourism here in Zanzibar. Asante sana.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Excellent decision, if I should say so myself. So my next question will go to John Mahundi, who's from the Presidential Delivery Bureau. And just to, with Trace Music Awards, I know that's where, with the ministry, all the plans are being cooked up, and what this means to you, and not just for Trace, but beyond after Trace.
If you have noticed the tone in Zanzibar, since this regime came on, it's not business as usual. We are doing anything and everything that we possibly can to diversify our tourism industry. We're doing everything we can to create an environment that policy and regulations can enable investment to come into Zanzibar. And we are thinking outside the box. So from that perspective, something like Trace coming to Zanzibar a few years ago probably would have been something that is unheard of. But now, being that the government is proactive and looking forward to doing things a lot different, we are able to attract activities and events like Trace, investments like Mora to come to Zanzibar. And at the end of that, the beneficiary is the Zanzibari community. Employment, capacity building within the country, and many other things that are left behind with activities like this happening in Zanzibar. So from that perspective, we are pushing the narrative forward and doing things unlike things have been done here before. So thinking outside the box and pushing the envelope. I think this is something that I will pass on to my brother to add on to.
So whatever Mheshimiwa Waziri and John have said, I fully agree with that. Now I think for the spice islands of Zanzibar, with its rich, stunning history, landscapes, seascapes, and the tangible and intangible assets, tangible in terms of the sun, sand, and sea, and the ecological components of the islands, and the intangible part, the cultural heritage, the people, the food, the warm hospitality of the people. I think those are the candidates that really require more regional global exposure, in terms of how do we develop and transform the footprint that is going to boost up Zanzibar's entertainment image as one of the most progressive, vibrant, culturally, dynamically ready destinations in terms of the tourism and heritage and all that part. So I think for us, Trace Music Awards is that fundamental magic key that we've been waiting for quite some time, and having that very good event in February of next year. Because right now we are on a back-to-back policy of tourism programs. We had just finished with the Zanzibar Investment Tourism Show. We are coming up with the Trace Music Awards. We have Sodas Abu Sara, and the fantastic service quality infrastructure that Mora has been providing. So that combination alone is going to pretty much boost us and accelerate Zanzibar's entertainment image as one of the very hot African or even global destinations. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And also, I'd like to give you another highlight that we have. So under the Trace Music Awards on the nomination side, Trace has decided to put in a category for Bongo Flavor music. So there will be a nomination from our artists from Bongo Flavor. It's self-explanatory what we will do for our music, not just amplify our music globally, but give a lot of directions to our artists, giving more chances to our artists being on the global stage. And with that note, I also heard there might be a US amplification at the Music Awards. Olivier, if you could just...
Yeah, definitely this awards will start from here and will go globally. And global is not just the African continent, but the rest of the world. So not only we are going to use the Trace network, as Valerie said, we've got 25 different TV channels covering nearly 250 million people in 180 countries. But we are going also to have a lot of partnerships with other broadcasters, TV broadcasters, free-to-air broadcasters, satellite TVs, also streamers. And we have just signed an agreement with a big media company in the US. I will not name it yet because the agreement has just been signed and we haven't yet started the communication. But what I can tell you, we've got a guarantee that there will be a massive exposure of the Trace Awards from Zanzibar to the US market. And the US market represents 40% of the entertainment market in the world. So when you can break this market, it's a game changer for you. We could see it with Tyler on the part of the Sony portfolio of artists, and you could see what the impact she had in the US changed in her career. Just in a few months, she became a global artist. When you are recognized in the US, it's really changed the game for you. So we are going to have this partnership, and part of the partnership, there will be a category of the best hip-hop artists in Africa, and the winner will have not only performances in the US, guaranteed, and a very, very big event with some of the biggest American artists, but also a promo campaign on different media. So this is also something new. You didn't even know it, that we are going to bring on whatever we will do regarding the artists, the winners, the nominees. We will always attach the communication to Zanzibar, to the Mora, and to really the entire ecosystem that we want to contribute building here. The award is not just a one-off investment that we do in this island. We want it to be the beginning of a long-term investment so that we can contribute to make the Bongo Flava as big as the Afrobeat or the Amapiano or the Zouk or the reggae or the reggaeton. We believe that you've got the potential to do it, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Absolutely. Yes. A lot of international media will be coming on stage. And Portia, because this comes to you with a background that I understand of public relations, with all the media and the attention that Zanzibar, the artist, Bongo Flavor, the location, Mora, what would that mean to us?
Well, thank you for the question. We're just going to ride on the wave, to be honest. As Mr. Ida had mentioned, this is our new baby, the Mora, which is the luxury brand under the TUI portfolio. And we're all about just creating an experience, creating connection, creating culture, and just bringing everybody together. Trace is a really influential and fundamental part of Africa, as well as South America. And it's the heartbeat, it's the heartbeat. So we just want to create that everlasting experience.
I think in this, as much as I get an understanding of what the answer would be, but any word that comes from you about Zanzibar and how, the whole world should prepare about this event and what they should expect, from Zanzibar.
Thank you. That's a very beautiful question. And let me go back, first of all, to what Olivier had said regarding the established relationship that we have. By the way, we are past the marriage. Now we've consummated the marriage. That's why we have this. That's why we have the award ceremony. So we are really off to a good start. And I'm really happy and pleased to see how we are progressing so far. And also we have an MOU signed with them. So this is a very much a long-term relationship that we have. And I very much look forward to what the future has to offer. But in terms of the question that you've raised, I think it's a very, very, very important question as to what people should expect. Zanzibar right now is in a very unique position in terms of the direction in which we are taking. The tourism that we know of from 4 years ago is not the same as the tourism that we are seeing here. So we're expecting in the very near future to really have a more sustainable approach to how we do things, and also attracting much bigger brands of hotels and investors to be able to come here. And in that sense, it provides a much broader economic incentive for everybody who wants to come in and invest in this industry. And this is all thanks to our two leaders, because we could not have done this ourselves. We have two very visionary leaders in the President of the United Republic, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, and President Mwinyi here in Zanzibar. If we could please give them a round of applause. They have been in the forefront to making sure that tourism really just goes to the next level. Recently, we just had the royal tour, and then we had the presidential tour. And so the global recognition of the brand in itself should tell you what the future is and the direction in which we're taking. So I hope everybody can join us on this journey, collaborate with the government. We value partnerships very much. We know government doesn't have the answers to everything, so we welcome very much public-private initiatives. and stakeholders, young men and women, the music industry. As they say, music is a universal language. And look at the opportunities that will arise just from this event only for a simple cultural activity such as music. So I'm very hopeful and I'm very optimistic of the prospects, the future, the outcome, especially for our young men and women, and how that's going to impact livelihoods as well. And it's not only an award ceremony, but it's a summit. So it's a platform for learning, exchanging ideas, and just getting together and networking, something that is really required right now in this fast global pace that we're living in. You know, we really need to put together our young men and women to feel that as much as we're competing, but we are also collaborating, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we can always, the pie is big enough to share for everyone. So this is something that personally, as well as my team, we are really profoundly happy. I can't really express it much than that. So, because I'm a big believer in teamwork and having a team approach. And these guys are an example of how collaboration and working together and sharing that vision actually delivers value and it.
Ili kuwa mwanafamilia bora wa Global TV, usisahau kusubscribe, like, kushare na kucomment. Baada ya kusubscribe, bonyeza alama ya kengele ili kupata taarifa kwa kila video inayopanda Global TV Online.